Hey guys, about I think a few weeks ago I made a video showing my laundry room and what we were going to be doing to it, and we have finished. So I'm very proud to show you all our newly redone laundry room. So I'm very sorry about the noise from the dryer, but I was doing a load of laundry and I would have waited, but it's not done yet. And anyway, so you may remember that on this wall there were a row of brown cabinets up there, and then there was a shelf with a laminate countertop there. Well, we have taken all the cabinets except for one down. Now, I think I said in my last video that we were going to be taking them all down, but we decided to keep this end one up because, you know, it hides the refrigerant line for the air conditioner, and it also is a really good place to store light bulbs and my stuff and other stuff like that. There's nothing on the top shelf right now, actually. I don't know what that is. There's some paper or something there. No. Yeah, I don't know. Oh no, that's the light. Oh, I thought that was like something. I don't know. I couldn't see it because I'm not tall enough to look up there. I was looking through my camera. Anyway, so this cabinet is the only one that remains, and apparently these cabinets were originally in our kitchen. They were from the original 1960 kitchen that was put in when the house was built. So I'm very glad that we get to keep one of them. This is the big shelf that I was talking about, and it's actually not as tall as I thought it would be. I think I'd said last video that it was gonna go, hang on, my phone won't focus, there. I think I said in my last video that it was gonna go probably up to about here, but there was one that went up to about, like, they didn't have ones that went like right up to there. They had ones that would go like higher than the duct, and that would not work. So we just decided to get this one. And this is a little bit wider than I thought it would be though. So, yeah, it's, inside of it we have basically everything that was in the old cabinets on the wall. Yeah. And we got rid of a lot of stuff too. It's kind of hard to get closed. And then it locks in place like that. We did paint the walls. We painted these two walls. We did not paint that wall right there. However, we did take the fake wood grain adhesive stuff off of the curtain cover. I don't know what these things are called. I know they're called something, but I call them curtain covers. You can see there's a little section right here that was painted over because my dad couldn't get that off, but that was like the fake wood grain. That was like, it was just like a piece of like vinyl wood grain that was just stuck on there, and it's adhesive on the other side. It was just kind of ugly, so took it off and painted it, and painted this one. The old curtain rods up there with these pull strings that are supposed to move those things back and forth, I tried to like put the curtains on there, but I'd have to like cut this curtain in half, and this one I could not get this one to work. But they're still up there because they're actually that one's holding the curtain cover up, and this one has the rod that the curtains are on right now. So, well, on this wall you can see there also used to be two other sets of cabinets. There was one right here and another right here, and they covered the breaker panel and the service panel. And what we did is we removed them, painted the wall, we patched up. There's actually where the service panel is, it goes all the way up to there, and it comes down to right about here. This is all just a wood panel right here. So I don't know what the point of that was, because you can see this is plaster, that's wood. So. And there used to be some other box right here. I don't know what was here before. But yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah, so we painted this wall. My dad painted the pipes for the gas meter down there. And he actually did paint that gas pipe, but he didn't paint that gas pipe. So Oh yeah, we moved. This was actually one of the shelves that used to be right there holding the laminate countertop up. We moved, we still have the other one. There were two. We still have the other one. It's actually in our moving truck right outside. This was the one that was on the left side because it's got the nail right there. And then, yeah, so then the freezer used to be right here, but actually we put it back there. That's where it used to be a long time ago. It was right here. And we covered it with this contact paper, the top of it, because it's really in rough shape underneath of here. We've got to get some more of this stuff to cover the rest of it up with, and I'm going to take this logo tag off and try to clean off the paint, because my mom spray painted it and she painted over the logo, and I tried scraping some of it off, but it didn't really work. So I made labels for the floodlights, as you can see, back floodlights, front floodlights, and I still have got to do something with this. This is for the fluorescent light that used to be in the cabinet, and it's on circuit breaker 7, which is turned off right now, so there's no power into this, because this is literally the only thing on circuit breaker 7. My parents will not let me put an outlet like I wanted to there, but something does need to be done with this, and I told them that the inspector is going to come here and see this wire just dangling out in the open, and he's going to say something's got to be done with it. So I said we're going to have to end up putting an outlet there anyway or something, because this is so close to the water lines that it just needs to, I could just put it into this AMF Paragon box because there's extra knockouts in here, but then that wouldn't, like, I'd like to use this because it's on like its own circuit breaker. Anyway, so there's the service panel again, and there's the main breaker panel. Yeah. We didn't do anything to this side of the laundry room. This side is basically the same. We got our washer dryer. We were actually, unfortunately, my parents were thinking about getting a new washer dryer for the new owners of the house, and I did not want that at all because I love these. I love this set. This is like Kenmore 90 series direct drive washer and Kenmore 80 series gas dryer. So I really like these a lot. This is, I'm glad we're not getting rid of them because I mean we've basically never had to repair these. I mean, well, actually no, that's not true. The washer we've gotten a new lid switch for it. The lid switch failed a few years back, and then we had to replace the agitator dogs one time in the agitator so that it'll work like this, because if you don't, you'll just push it back and it'll go both ways. And the dryer, we've actually had to get the burner cleaned, I think, twice, and I've had to replace the light bulb in the drum light once. Oh, and the timer doesn't really work. On the auto dry 2 cycle, you set it to there, it'll just never advance. It'll stay on there forever. So we never use this anymore. We use the time to dry now. But yeah, however, I actually did rearrange the plugs. Down there is where the dryer used to be plugged into, that outlet right there. The dryer used to be plugged into there, and the washer used to be plugged into here. But when we had the guy come and the plumber guy came and fixed this sink, or like replumbed the sink or something, I don't even know what he did, or snaked, I think he might have snaked the washer standpipe, I don't know, but he unplugged the dryer from there and left this extension cord down there and plugged it in here with the washer. I thought that wasn't a really good idea because this should be on its dedicated outlet and that should be on a dedicated outlet. So I went down there and I plugged the washer back down in there where the dryer used to be. And actually the sump pump also used to be plugged into there, but since I disconnected the float switch for the sump pump, I'm still trying to remove the sump pump. I don't know how I'm going to because the base is just so big and it doesn't fit through the hole in the floor. But this area back here is a mess. You can see all the dust over there by the dryer vent. And you can see our poor work of trying to insulate around the dryer vent and the sump pump discharge pipe. So it's not pretty, but at least it works. And we did get a new dryer vent, dryer exhaust vent, I think, last year, or not the tube, but like the vent that actually sticks out the wall. So yeah, as you can see, everything else is basically the same. We're not painting the ceiling. The ceiling is still the same. The furnace area is also basically the same. The cat's food and water is here now instead of there. So now let me tell you what happened to the shelves. So basically, the shelves, both sets of shelves, that set and that set, we donated those to the restore. I thought we were originally going to just donate this set and throw away this set, but no, my dad actually insisted that we donate it, which is, I'm very proud of him. Normally he'd be one of those people that would say like, oh, we gotta throw it away, nobody's gonna want that. So we donated that set and that set to the restore. I don't know if anybody's gonna want them because this set had a whole bunch of holes in it cut around it for the breaker panel, a huge hole for the breaker panel, a slightly smaller hole for the service panel, and the BA&F Paragon box. But other than that, I think, yeah. Water heater, yeah, nothing's changed about that. It's an electric water heater, so. We used to have a gas water heater, but I don't know if I've told you this story, but the story of the gas water heater and how it, basically the burner in the gas water heater failed. It just would not ignite at all anymore. So we had to get a new one, and it turns out, because our gas water heater was feeding off of this cap right here. There used to be a pipe here, and it would go like that, and there was a really old 1960s shut-off valve on it, and then it would exhaust. There'd be a big tube right here that would come up here, right to about here, then turn 45 degrees and go right out through here. But it turns out that that's not in code anymore because you can't exhaust. This is the furnace exhaust right here. You can't exhaust a water heater through the furnace exhaust. It's against code, so we'd have to like drill a hole right up through the ceiling and go directly out through up to the attic, out through the roof. That would be a lot of work, so we just decided it would be less expensive to get a electric water heater, and I hate it. I hate electric water heaters. They are not efficient at all. This water heater literally does not provide. It's a bigger water heater, bigger in that it's like a bigger size. The tank inside is bigger, and it doesn't have that big pipe in the middle of it for the flue gases. And it goes all the way to the bottom, whereas the old gas one would have gone to about there to make room for the gas burner. But it doesn't even like give us as much hot water as our old gas water heater does. And it's Ream. Our old one was, I can't remember. I think our old one was, I think it was Kenmore. It might have been, I don't remember. I really don't remember. I can picture a brand like logo, but I don't remember what it was. And our furnace, this furnace is, I think, it's about maybe like 13 years old. No, it's not that. Yeah, 13 years old about. We used to have a Goodman furnace and Goodman air conditioner, but it was so noisy and just such bad quality. We decided to get it replaced. The April air dehumidifier is still original. It was. I mean, it's like it wasn't originally installed in the house. I think the previous owner installed it or something, or maybe not. I don't know. But we need to get it fixed because we had a new thermostat installed on the other side of the wall. And when the guy installed the new thermostat, because our old one had broken, when he installed it, I think he forgot to connect the dehumidifier, so now the dehumidifier never comes on, so we gotta get that looked at. Because, I mean, this dehumidifier still works. You're supposed to replace the filter inside once a year, but we've, like, never replaced it in, like, 10 years. So we probably should do that. And then, let's see, that's all the electrical wires for, like, the big orange wires for the hot water heater. And it goes over to the breaker panel. And then the yellow wires, I'm not sure what those are. I think those might be, I don't know what those are. So yeah, and our condensate pump is down there, and that's the gas line for the feeding the furnace and what used to feed the old gas water heater. It goes down to the gas meter right there, and then this little gas line here goes over here to feed the gas dryer. And then there's a gas line that goes through the wall right there to feed other appliances such as the stove and the oven and other stuff. Yeah. So let's see, anything else I want to say? Oh yeah, we did get this new carpet here. This is a brand new carpet. It wasn't used or anything. We didn't get it from the race store. We bought it brand new, and I think it looks pretty good. It makes the room look very classy, even though this is a laundry room and it's like not even like, I mean the patching job that they did on the ceiling, or the plastering job they did on the ceiling and the wall should tell you. But yeah. And okay. I'm not sure if there's anything else that I'd like to say. So I just want to say thank you for watching. If you watched the entire video, you deserve like $1 million, because this was probably the most boring video for most of you out there. But you know, just some people might find it interesting to see our laundry room makeover. So the next step will be to put this house on the market, which unfortunately we were supposed to do last week, but we didn't get to it. Obviously there's no sign out there. But we did get our moving truck, you can see right there. Yeah, I gotta move that tire swing to the little pine tree, because that, yeah, anyway. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.